It was Halloween. Everyone had their jack-o'-lanterns out, and children were going round with pumpkin baskets and fancy dress. The engines were huddled in the shed and didn't really know what to talk about. "Has anyone else noticed it's nearly Christmas? I love pulling the Santa specials," said Midland.
"I can't wait till next year. Then they're bringing in a new shipment of diesels. Maybe we'll finally kick you out,"
said Deltic, who was on loan from the Midland region. Collett, the heavy freight engine from the Great Western Railway, looked at Deltic crossly. "Why is it always you who has to pick on steam engines? It's bad enough that it's Halloween with all the ghost stories. Why do we have to listen to a nightmare story from you?"
"Look, mate, if it was up to me, I'd drive out of here as soon as I could. It's bad enough I have to hang out with you lot. But my engine's broken, so I'm here until the next week. That's when the workmen arrive."
Riddles, the railway's 4MT tender engine, was anxious to change the subject. Why don't we talk about some Halloween stories? That's always good." "Well, if there's anyone that can tell a spooky story, it's got to be Ben, the old industrial tank engine at the back of the yard."
"That old rust bucket, he hasn't moved for years. What would he know?"
"Apparently, a lot more than you, Deltic." It took them a while to wake Ben up, but eventually he agreed to tell them a scary story. "I've been saving this one for a long time. I'm sure you'll enjoy it." This is how the story went. In 1909, the railway was starting to buy new locomotives for their railway line. So they turned to the Caledonian Railway Company of Scotland. Here they managed to loan the famous Caledonian single number 123. Tests proved to be successful, and the railway was seriously thinking of ordering some more of the class. However, something happened that changed it all. The engine had just been through a large wet puddle and was trying to get up an incline. Suddenly there was a loud snap, and the engine fell to the bottom of the bank, killing its driver and fireman. Nobody knew how it had happened, but the manager was so furious that he didn't even want to scrap the engine. Instead, he found a disused railway tunnel and had it blocked up. Over the years, this disused tunnel became forgotten and overgrown, but one night something happened that no one will ever forget. The thunder roared, the lightning flashed, and suddenly there was a loud rumble. From out of the tunnel came a ghostly shape of the engine that was locked up inside. It was there 1 minute, then a flash of lightning, and it was gone. And from that day on, trains have been found locked up in that tunnel, the same way as the old Caledonian single. Deltic sniffed.
"That was a pathetic story. I've heard stories that would make you stupid steam engines run for the hills."
Deltic was about to tease the other engines about how he had seen steam engines cut up right in front of him, but Midland stopped him with a subtle "shh." Deltic retorted rudely to Midland, and soon the Halloween night was filled with the echoes of arguing engines. But none of them saw the ghostly locomotive watching them from the incline. There was a flash of lightning, and it was gone.